Dungeons & Daddies is a rowdy, horny, violent podcast for grown-ups. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
At Air D&D, we believe in connecting travelers with distinctive, unique spaces all across the Forgotten Realms. Real reviews left by real travelers just like you means you'll know exactly what to expect before you check in. Here's a review of the Vixen's Gale just outside Neverwinter.
Our scheduled check-in time was 3 p.m. At 8:45 p.m., a man stumbled out into the alley to hawk the biggest loogie I or my husband had ever seen, which landed on our youngest daughter. He asked if we were checking in and offered to grab our bags. He smelled like ham dipped in old milk, and he could not have been nicer. Later, my husband and I grabbed drinks at the bar. The tables are so sticky you have to lap your ale right from the flagon like a dog. Between hooded figures beckoning us over with bloody fingers and a stream of fresh-faced adventurers with unbalanced parties, there were plenty of people to talk to. While there, we saw 4 extremely wealthy adult humans with 6 children in tow get a room, no questions asked. There was no mattress, and I woke up covered in blood to find my husband murdered with a dagger. My daughters and I can't wait to go back. 5 stars.
Book your next trip to a roadside inn or tavern on Air D&D. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dungeons & Daddies, and as of last episode, finally, a D&D podcast.
Yes.
This is a podcast about 4 dads from our world flung into the Forgotten Realms in the quest to rescue their lost sons. My name is Freddie Wong. I play Glenn Close, the rock and roll bard of the group. This week's Glenn Fact. So we got a sneak peek at Bartholomew the Bard last week.
That was a full peek.
Glenn is actually making a reference there that you don't know about. Bartholomew was the first band leader in the first band that Glenn was in. It was Bart and the Good Time Boys. It was like a bluegrass hoedown band, and Glenn hated Bartholomew. His name was Bart Sampson.
Nope.
No! And so he hated old Bart Sampson, hated that cartoon-ass band, and was making fun of old Bart. He wanted him to play washtub bass, and he was like, fuck this, I'm out.
This is all so specific.
Bart Sampson. I want to learn more about Bart. Bart seems like a cool dude.
We may learn a little bit more if Glenn needs to bring out the old, what Glenn thinks of when he thinks like traveling bard asshole.
I was hoping you were going to name your bard Balthazar, which I feel like is what Shakespeare always names the bards in his plays. It feels like
Glenn didn't read any of that shit when he was in school. Are you kidding?
There's always a moment in a Shakespeare play where somebody turns to Balthazar and is like, Balthazar, drop me a fat-ass poem. And then, like, Balthazar sings, like, a poem, and it's, like, a whole thing. And then, like, in high school, I have to write an essay about the poem. And
Which play? Like, I think there might be a Balthazar in, like, Merchant of Venice, but...
I know for sure there's one in Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh.
That's, like, my main Balthazar.
Nice.
That's the Balthazar
Famous
I stand.
Shakespeare Balthazars. Oh, he's also in Romeo and Juliet.
See, he's kind of like the Nick Fury of the Shakespeare universe.
There's a Balthazar in Merchant of Venice, Much Ado About Nothing, Comedy of Errors, and Romeo and Juliet.
He's like Stan Lee.
Is that the same Balthazar, or is that like Anthony always using the words, names Jimmy and Ellery for every single character? Is it the same character, or is it just Shakespeare
It's just for
ran
my
out of
working
names?
drafts. Just because you read a horror sex comedy where Ellery ripped Jimmy's dick off doesn't mean that it's canonically the characters from VGHS.
It's a really good sex horror comedy, too.
Mamma
It is.
Mia.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia.
no
All
one will
right,
ever see it.
Hi, my name is Matt Arnold. I play Darryl Wilson, a stay-at-home, very much so stay-at-home coach dad. Now, who turns into a barbarian once he enters the Forgotten Realms. Just because I'm so excited to play fucking Dungeons and Dragons, I just keeping it simple here. Just that Daryl's favorite ice cream is Rocky Road. That's about
Nice.
it.
Wow.
Just
Just every-
good ice cream.
Every time he's on like rough road, he goes, "Whew, I feel like ice cream. And then every time he gets Rocky Road, he goes, "Whew, I hope this is the only Rocky Road we have today." He just does that. He just, he just
Hope I don't
constantly-
get a
just
flat
constantly-
eating this ice
Yeah,
cream.
but it's like a full meal for ice cream.
What is your favorite ice cream?
my favorite ice cream? The opposite. I hate Rocky Road. I don't like
Yeah.
nuts.
Really?
I don't like
Interesting.
nuts and ice cream, brownies. Get those nuts out of anything that's not just in my hand.
Such range.
Very good. Very good. Well done, Matt. When Darryl eats Rocky Road ice cream, does he go like, ugh, this is going to go straight to my shocks?
No, but he didn't come up with that, but he overheard another dad say it, and then he uses it all the time.
That's
He loves
very
it.
good.
I do like marshmallows and stuff. I'm a fan of
I
more
love
marshmallows
marshmallows.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a subtle mallow fan, you know? I can't have
Subtle
too
mallow.
much marsh, but a little bit of mellow mallow.
You know when you see those like $5 like homemade marshmallows that are just like 4 marshmallows that
Custom
are like a cube, and you're like, who buys those marshmallows? Oh, that's me. I buy those marshmallows. I like marshmallows. All right.
The gourmand. Hey everyone, I'm Will Campos. I play Henry Oak, the granola munchin, Birkenstock rockin', hippie nature druid dad of the dads. And my dad fact this week is good news, guys. I have been putting all of my time in social distancing to, remember like we talked about last week, I've been thinking long and hard about what Henry's favorite porn is. Are you ready?
Oh, no.
Wait, how much did you do? A lot of research?
I did a lot of thinking and a lot of
A
research.
lot of hands-on research.
And he needs a place to stay now. Cherish just kicked him out.
All right. So Henry's favorite porn is world peace. So allow me to explain.
I don't
All
want
of
you to.
Henry's sexual fantasies start with world peace. It's like, all right, well, first things first, world peace, right? Because that's you gotta like start there. Because then everyone's all like laid back and they're, think about how much
Holy
more
fuck.
sexy and uninhibited we would be if there was world peace. So of course for Henry, that's where all of his sexual fantasies start when he's
Yeah,
I misheard that as world peas.
No.
well, that too.
No.
It's like wrestling in a tub of Jello for vegans.
What? Oh.
It's a big tub full of
just
world
feel like-
peas.
I just
No,
feel like,
that's not what he was
Oh,
saying.
no, that's not what I was saying, my friend.
No.
You were giving him too much credit.
I don't know. I don't get it. What?
As in a verb, not as in a noun.
When you listen to this later, Will, you're
when
gonna
you
really
see it, your
slap your
shit
knee.
breaks.
You're really gonna wet yourself.
Well, like, I just feel like it wouldn't be the right time. Like, say that, like, there was this happy ending and the alien invasion was avoided. It, like, wouldn't be the right time to just get, like, fucking a raging boner. Like,
No, but it's like the world is just so much more mellow. Like I imagine Henry always pictures like a Star Trek Gene Roddenberry-esque
yeah,
vision of where everyone.
Yeah.
Rods and berries, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Henry's dad fact this week, and I'm sticking to it.
Hey, I'm Beth May, and I play Ron Stampler, emotionally detached stepfather and rogue. Fun meta dad fact this week, not as interesting maybe as everybody else's dad facts.
Yeah, Rocky Road is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, yeah, I just yearn for that amount of interest. Somebody on Twitter, where you can reach me at Hey Beth May, asked me
Always be plugging.
yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Asked me if Willie, Ron's father, was related at all to Willie Loman of Death of a Salesman, and that is exactly it. My
Nice.
little
Oh, wow.
pretentious
Very
theater
good.
mind was like, the whole traveling salesman thing, Willie Stampler is based off of Willie Loman, and I don't think I've actually read the play all the way through, but yeah.
That was far and away the most interesting dad fact, by the way.
Wow.
Well, fuck me, Matt. Jeez.
I said interesting.
I like to think I
didn't
made
say
Will's
funniest.
more interesting, if you know what I mean.
Anyways.
I'm still confused about what world peas means. I don't get it.
Urine.
What, like he whirls his pee?
The
No,
world
the entire
peas.
world urinates
peas on
like,
it.
into his mouth and shit, you know?
yeah.
The world peas.
Yeah.
Because I've seen like those quirky bumper stickers where it says visualize world peas, like the dish that's made with world
Yeah, that's
peas.
not what Henry visualizes, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Just to clarify, when I was saying that it's like a Jello fantasy, it's not that like the world is wrestling in its own collective urine. That's not what it is. That's not Henry's favorite type of porn.
Would you guys jump into a pool of Jello?
Yeah.
Of course. why
No,
wouldn't
you die.
Absolutely. No, you wouldn't
die.
But
You
what a way
drown
to
in
go.
the Jello.
You wouldn't
So be
drown.
it.
You could
You
make
drown.
It'd be worth. I would do it.
No, because you can't float in it. You would just sink right to the bottom and you would try to gasp for air and you'd fill
There's
your
an
lungs
air hole
with
up
Jello.
top.
That's a risk I'm willing to
How
take.
big is this pool?
Olympic.
like not Olympic. That's like a football field. You know, like an outdoor pool, like a pool.
Oh, an outdoor pool.
A neighbor would have.
No, yeah, you would.
That tells you I've never had a pool.
And your neighbor is Michael Phelps.
Neighbor would have a
die
pool.
unless you could somehow reach a ladder inside. No, you would die. But what a way to go!
Yeah.
You just walk up to the shallow end.
You'd have to fight your way through the jello
Yeah.
to get there.
I know what I'm doing on TikTok.
I'm Anthony Burch. I'm your daddy master.
Hello, Dad.
Hello. Yeah, I don't have any fun dad facts. Life is weird. I have no facts other than I'm currently sitting in my closet.
Did you miss us?
You want to play?
miss-
Everybody ready to
I
play?
hate that pause.
Hi, damn.
Just breezed right past that. Interesting.
Devastating.
So last episode, you kind of just had a nice little sort of like anime beach party chill out episode where you
Can we call those episodes our 5-footers where we walk 5 feet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we
Oh,
should
that's
have
great.
a nickname for those episodes.
Yeah, you had a 5-footer.
We
Doesn't
went
that
pretty
encourage
far.
it?
I know. It's just like a term of endearment.
You moved
it's like,
5
that was a
narrative feet.
5-footer. Yeah, you moved 5 narrative feet.
We fought a boss, and we played Dungeons and Dragons, and we had a campfire with our kids.
You did
Like,
not
that's-
fight a boss.
that's-
You had finished running away from a mini boss who like you shot once and then walked away from.
I probably should have executed him now that I think about it.
Yeah,
No,
Freddie
well.
really wanted to fight that boss.
What you were overall trying to accomplish last time was, in order to get home, the quickest way, or at least maybe the smartest way, would probably be to link up with Erin O'Neill, the Garden Witch, and Vince, her two-dimensional paramour. The person who cursed Vince into being 2 dimensions was a dimensional witch, and you think that maybe if it's about switching from one dimension to another, then they'll be able to help
Her
you.
2-dimensional paramour. I prefer her 2-dimensional Panic at the Disco. Am I right, guys? Because it's like
Yeah.
Paramore. It's like a band.
Oh, is it?
Not even gonna.
How do you mute Will?
I stormed into this podcast asking, "Haven't you people ever opened the goddamn door?"
I don't know anything about music.
Me neither.
So, yeah, you just woke up.
First things first, Glenn's gonna check his britches.
You did not shit yourself.
Didn't even have to roll for it, baby.
No, I just don't
Good
want...
morning. Good morning, dads. Dads, kids, everybody wake up. You guys all awake?
Yeah. Are we? Hey, real quick question: are we hitting this like an early morning road trip kind of early morning, or is this like a lazy?
Darryl always wakes up right before the sunrise.
Oh no!
Just naturally. It's football time. Darryl opens up the window and screams out, "Hey, food guy.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah, what?
Can we get breakfast for 9?"
Breakfast for 9 coming up. Give me another
10.
gold.
I throw him another whole thing of gold.
Oh,
I
hell
throw him
yeah.
1 gold.
Oh, please don't ever leave.
And 3 of them, no meat.
No meat. Right.
No meat on 3 of them.
Are eggs okay?
Yeah, eggs aren't meat. That's fine.
Perfect.
Daryl, why don't you go knock on the door to Henry's room and wake Henry up?
I knock on the door.
The door swings open and a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed Henry Oak stands up and says, "Hey guys, how's it going? I've been up since 4. Oh, feels great to finally get up and see my favorite TV show, The Sunrise. Don't worry about breakfast. I already ordered some. It's on the way. Should be here in about 10 minutes. So, I got everyone vegan food. I figured it'd be nice for you guys to try it out."
Ron says, "Hey, I'm still sleeping. Can you put me in the car and then I'll wake up while we're going?"
I just ordered breakfast. I guess that's fine. That's lunch for the road. Hey, I ordered 3 vegan. Just next time if you're gonna order food, like Grant and I think Peyton too, like they need that protein. They're grown kids, so if we could just get meat. I know you are vegan, but if you could just appreciate our dietary.
Grant's like there are other forms of protein.
Daryl, that
other than meat.
sure. It was a little presumptuous of me to order for everyone, and I don't like it when people do that to me. So that was a bad move on my part. That's
no big
that's
deal.
an old Henry foul. I apologize.
Could you
no
guys
big deal.
keep it down? I'm trying to sleep.
Lark and Sparrow
Nope.
we hate this. This is like fighting, but not fighting.
I go over to Ron's bed. Ron, are you curled up?
Oh yeah, sleeps in absolute fetal in like a porcupine or a hedgehog pose.
I lift up your sheet and I start kind of like waving up and down. I was like, "Wake up, buddy! Come on, big old day. We gotta get up, Ron, buddy."
Terry looks over and he goes, "He's sleeping."
No, I know, but we got bright old day. We gotta get out of here, guys. We could get killed
Jerry,
any second.
I'm up. Your old stepdad, he's up and rearing to go. Yeah, I'm just. Is there coffee or anything around here? Maybe a Starbucks I can stop in and get.
Oh
just
yeah, I could use a cup of Joe too.
All right. Well, we could.
Well, why don't you just pour some out of that jar of yours, Glenn?
Yeah, I don't know if a Starbucks Frappuccino is like on the list of things this jar
Said a
could do.
puppuccino.
A puppuccino?
Sorry, a puppuccino, my bad.
Since I've been getting up every morning earlier than all of you this entire adventure, I've been using that thing to make myself a cup of joe. And I bet we could whip up a frappuccino for our good friend Ron here. Sorry, guys, really chipper today. It's just, I'm so happy we've got the Suns with us right now. And I know it's going to be a big, crazy adventure, but let's just start the day right and, get on out of here.
I just have always felt that coffee tastes better when you buy it from someone.
Yeah, I think coffee tastes better than anything.
I want to go downstairs and check on the barkeep.
All right, so the barkeep goes, What is it?
Yeah, do you have coffee?
Do we have coffee? Of course we have coffee. How many coffees would you
Yeah.
like?
I guess 2.
Well, hey, Grant, you want coffee?
Yeah, absolutely. I love coffee. I love that
Yeah.
Joe.
All right, so two more.
God, am I taking drink orders for someone? God, this is like roadie moves.
Lark and Sparrow are like 2 each, 1 for each fist.
Why don't you boys stick to your non-caffeinated herbal tea, okay?
Of course. Wink.
It's definitely a kombucha, Henry.
Oh, shit, that's right. Henry would definitely be rocking the booch. Actually, I gotta ease back on the booch. I've been hitting it too hard.
So Lark goes, Father, I was doing some reading on kombucha, and it turns out it has an alcoholic content, and I feel like I've been drinking so much of it lately that if I had any more, it might cause me to become inebriated, which would be very inappropriate for someone of my age. So perhaps some coffee could take the edge off of this kombucha hangover I have? Mayhaps.
That's exactly how that works, man.
Lark, that's a really wonderful and responsible attitude you have, but I think, even better than coffee would be a little bit of herbal tea. And I pull out one of those Celestial Seasonings tea packets that's been in my pocket literally this entire time.
Oh,
and I
God.
stir it up with some hot water. It's fine. I keep it in one of the condoms.
Lark looks down. He's like, why does this tea look lubricated?
There's like an oily sheen on
Yeah,
top
it's
of
just
the
like-
water.
This tea is ribbed for her pleasure.
So the barkeep hands you all, he spits in every single mug individually and then pours them full of coffee.
Hey, buddy, can we get those to go?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then he spits into a bunch of smaller plastic cups, or not plastic, paper cups, and then pours them in there.
Like wooden mugs or something.
No, they're literally like scrolls that he just sort of crumpled up the bottom and then licked them to seal them and then pour the coffee inside. So if you hold them, they're extremely hot.
I'm gonna still try it. I want to know what it tastes like.
Yeah, I drink like a Joe.
Is this like a Kopi Luwak Civet Cat coffee kind of situation? Is it improved by the acidic nature of this barkeep's spittle?
Oh my God. It's the best coffee you've ever had in your entire life. You got a natural 20.
Glenn pauses and goes, holy shit. Guys, you guys tasting this? This guy's mouth is like those civet cats the Indonesians use to poop out coffee beans, except it's his mouth.
I take a big old gulp. He takes about 2 gulps for Darryl to finish his coffee before he goes out mowing the lawn. And he got...
Is his throat just horribly scalded?
If you're going to gulp the whole thing, make a constitution saving roll.
Oh, by the way, just side fact, my dad, he would drink coffee so freaking hot, I'm pretty sure he has no taste buds. I did not understand how he would do it. But anyways, I got 3.
Okay, so the inside of your entire throat is just scalded. And whatever you're going to eat for the next 2 days, you cannot taste.
Oh, God.
Oh, I go, hey, everybody, don't drink that right away. It's very, very hot. Grant, be careful.
Ron takes a half hour, and it's clearly a Folgers commercial where he's in a robe and he's the only one in the window, and he's drinking and then looking out at the window and then there's a jingle, and then he's like, all right, I'm ready to go now.
I want to talk to the bartender really quick. Barkeep,
What?
what's your name?
My name, which was given to me by my father, Philip Beddingfield, thank you, Philip, is Anderblam Tunkleswitch.
One more time.
Anderblam Tunkleswitch.
Mr. Tunkleswitch, I'd like to license your spit.
Sorry.
What up,
I'd
shark?
like to enter a licensing deal with your spit.
Occasionally, we throw one at Anthony that even he can't roll with, and I love it when that happens.
What would be the terms of such an arrangement?
Well, we can do a standard kind of contract here. I can get my people to draft it up, but I think we can make big money here selling your spit as an additive to coffee. We'll call it Tunkleswitch's Own. Or no, just Tunkleswitch.
So your plan is to have me spit into several jars, write the word Tunklesnitch on them, and then just sort of sell them to people.
And then start a chain of coffee shops. Guys, here's my plan.
Wait a
right?
second, Glenn. You're onto something. And here's the slogan. Switch to our coffee brand, which is a guy spits in it.
Make the Tunkle switch.
Make
Yes.
the tongue.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, I just came up with that. I went to school for marketing and sort of felt
Marketing.
marketing.
I love that your British accent is just like removing
Yeah,
syllables.
just omit consonants. That's the way you do it.
Marketing.
Mine.
Hey guys, could we do a quick dad huddle?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
Here's all I'm saying. Here's all I'm saying.
All the kids want to get inside the huddle as well.
Oh yeah, no, kids, come in here. This is more like a group huddle. Yeah, Glenn, just 1 second. I appreciate everything that's going on right now, but just so that we're on the same page, and I hand out. I've made itineraries for this whole day, and I hand them out to everybody.
You made the AAA triptych?
And I go, look, guys, like, I know this is really fun with the coffee, but just to remember, like, we are undercover and we got to get out of here. So if you see sunrise, we're supposed to have breakfast. So we're already a little bit behind time.
God.
But if we can have breakfast for 30 minutes after this, we got to call Aaron, and then we all got to go to the bathroom, and then it's going to be 2 hours until we go to the bathroom again. So I just want to make sure we're
When's
focused.
recess?
And recess is really during that potty break. I have potty break / snack. And if the way you get re-energized is just a good old, fun recess, then, you can do that too.
Where's the park?
We'll be driving. We don't exactly have like a Thomas guide or anything, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
So does that sound good for everybody? I just want to make sure we're on the same page with this itinerary, and we can kind of, I really don't want to get caught, with our pants down from those guys that are, your dads, which are, coming to, kids can close your ears.
All right.
Okay.
Listen, Tunkle Switch.
Oi.
Here, could you just fill up my canteen here with your spit, and I'll pay you for that?
How much are you? What's the going rate on my saliva?
We're an exploratory
No. Give
moment
me a
here.
dollar value, my mate. I've suddenly realized that I've come into contact with some pretty prestigious salivary glands, and I will not give them up for anyone.
Glenn, Daryl's right. We need to get out of here. Just give the guy 10 gold and let's move on.
10 gold,
10
my
gold.
stars and stripes.
Daryl's already packing the van.
And the exclusive right to license your spit for the next year.
Exclusively. So
I need
if
an
I
exclusivity
spit on
clause.
someone in disgust, you can sue me?
That's fine for the purposes of food additives.
You're saying
or
a
coffee
non-compete.
additives. Yeah, non-compete clause.
All right.
Wait, but if that person, I lean in as I'm trying to pack the van, but even I gotta step in to be like, we can make some money off this. You can spit on somebody, but sir, if that person pays you to spit on somebody, we should get a piece of that.
I will only do pro bono spitting for the next year, is what you're telling me.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, you know what, Glenn? Why don't you write up that contract? I start writing it in the itinerary. Like, Glenn has 5 minutes.
I'm furiously scribbling a contract, and it's full of deceptive clauses, Anthony. You'll have to roll. You'll have to roll to see if you can parse the legalese. Like, for example, I'm going to own the Dunkle Switch name, like, outright. Like, it's full of deceptive clauses.
Dang.
He rolled an 18. He rolled very well. So he goes, "Oh, you're trying to put one over on old Tunkle Switch, are you? No,
Oh, sorry, this
mate.
is an old draft.
It better be.
Okay, fine. I drop a fair contract with the terms as discussed.
There it is. All right. Are you ready to take your initial payment?
Yes, I unscrew the thing and
Hold out your hands.
Wait, no, into my canteen.
All right, if you insist.
Ron holds out his hand.
All right, guys, keep packing up. He's gonna be filling this up while we, load up the van.
Did our Postmates come?
Tweet. And it's like one massive glob just comes out and perfectly into the canteen like an anime,
God.
like fucking.
I thought CERN going like hoit was enough, but this is
It's like one of those big water drops in Land Before
Yeah.
Time. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, it perfectly fills the
Oh my
space.
god.
like a tree
it's
star.
called-
It sits on top of the bottle and kind of hovers there, and then like,
And then
and
slinks
then
all
it
the way.
like this goes in. It's the exact. It fills up the entire bottle.
For a second, while it's hovering on the rim of it, it like looks like one of those old, like in the 90s, like here's what 3D graphics will look like in the future.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Your Postmates has arrived and he's carrying a bunch of eggs, just cooked eggs, just in his hands. He's just holding 15 fried eggs in his meaty hands.
Well, which one? Because we got 2 Postmates orders. We got Will's and there should be 20 meals here, buddy.
Right. Here's the thing. I do not know what breakfast is. I asked around and people said eggs with a great deal of confusion. So this is every egg I could find, and I am so very sorry. But please take them. They burn. They burn so badly in my hands.
I go ahead and I take them and I say, hey, I think it's only fair. You only gave us half the breakfast. You think we could get one of those coins back?
Yeah, absolutely. And then he just starts pedaling away.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'll
It's
be right
okay,
back.
Darryl.
I just let him go.
I cast my plant growing spell and I grow some carrots and I hand some carrots out to my boys.
Aw.
Oh.
And they go, we want hand eggs. We want hand eggs.
Here you guys go. I start handing out hand eggs to everybody.
I greedily eat this hand egg because maybe the people in this town have like special food properties. What does it taste like?
You roll. It tastes not very good at all. It tastes like a bad fried egg that somebody held in their lukewarm hand for 20 minutes as they biked back to you, and it's collected all the dust from him like biking through the town.
I go, Darryl, how long is the spit and egg section on your itinerary?
Thanks for asking, Ron. We're actually getting a little bit behind schedule, so if we could all just quickly gobble these down and kind of get into the van, I'm pretty much packed up here, so if we could get going. Unless you guys really have something more you want to do in here before, I'm like just saying that as I'm walking and holding the keys. I'm just like, so why don't we just all, guys all want to hop in the van?
So Lark and Sparrow definitely tried to grab one of the hand eggs, and like Lark definitely tried to bite into it.
Okay,
Hey, Henry, are they allowed to eat eggs?
no,
No?
they're not.
You
Boys,
gonna
no.
do anything to stop him?
I hold my hands up and I'm like, sorry, buddy. You gotta ask your dad for these.
All right, well, he's gonna roll to just snatch it out of your hand like a gremlin.
Okay, but I'm raising it high up, so he's gotta like climb up me.
Okay, he rolled an 18.
What do I need to roll?
Just roll opposed dexterity, I guess.
13 plus 1, so I got 14.
So he like the little problematic skeleton mummies from The Mummy 2, he like clambers up you like you're a tree, like, and then gets up to your hand and just grabs the hand egg out of it and just devours it one gulp, and he goes,
Oh, jeez, Lark,
Flesh.
come on.
"Flesh is delicious, father!"
Lark, I need you to like be a buddy, okay? Like you're gonna be able to make your own food choices someday, but right now your vegan diet, it's gonna be very
He
bad for
immediately
your
vomits.
tummy, All right, do you see what you did wrong?
Yes, I did not warn you before I vomited. I apologize.
No, I
because now
think-
Darryl's covered in his muck.
Oh, I'm covered. Oh, no.
Yeah, because
I
he's
go,
got on top
man.
of you. He vomited right to the
I
back
just-
of your head.
I take my shirt off.
What do we say to Mr. Wilson for barfing on him?
You look dirty.
Yeah, no, it's all right, kiddo. I throw a gold coin to the bartender. I say, hey, can you clean this up? And also, do you guys have any shirts I could use?
He gives you another shirt, but it's like a D&D ass like farm boy shirt. Yeah, it's a tunic.
Darryl,
I'm holding it up and I'm like, Ron, what's up?
I've actually got some pants that you can put on if you maybe like a hand in each pant leg and then just sort of on the torso like so. And then I've got several pairs that I am obviously no longer permitted. Well, I guess I am permitted. And then he stares wistfully off in the distance, thinking about Scam. And then he says, Mr. Mustache?
Yeah. Talk to me, baby.
Now that Scam's gone, am I allowed to wear pants again, or would that be disrespectful to his memory?
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, actually, the ultimate scam would be to not respect his memory.
Oh, he'd love
And so
that.
Ron puts on a bunch of pants.
Like one after another.
Oh, yeah. It's the
Okay,
ultimate
so-
scam.
So it feels so very good to have your bottom half covered up again. It feels warm, in fact. It feels like warm and cuddly. And then slowly you realize that warmth is not just the warmth of your own comfort at wearing pants again. It's like the pants are like heating up around your legs. And you can feel first from the inside layer of pants all the way to the outside, they are beginning to get red hot, and then they just start to melt off of you. You don't feel any pain, but you could just feel them just catching fire and melting off of your hot legs as if they are vampires in Buffy.
Do they look
and
like
you're-
they're on fire?
Yeah, they look like they're like that red hot magma shit, like when you like...
Daryl instantly like pushes Ron to the ground and it's like, guys, and he starts pulling the pants off.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
it's not the pants. It's my legs.
What?
What about your hot
It's
legs?
it's the pant curse, remember?
My legs are so hot, they're incompatible with pant life.
Does Daryl feel the hot legs? Are they hot to him? Or
No,
is it
not
just,
at all.
Oh, well, all right. He kind of just like sits back and watches the pants fall off. And he's like, damn.
Are there any pants left after they melt off of me?
I mean, they're like burning like scraps of pants.
I think Ron proudly picks up one of the burning scraps and says, Here, Darryl, just like you wanted.
I take it and I go, thanks. And then I have this tunic on now, right?
Yes.
So I make kind of like a pocket square out of Ron's pants, and I go, hey, this will look dapper. I'll maybe for later, Ron. I appreciate it. And I put this pant pocket square in my tunic.
Ron turns around and says, Mr. Mustache, I miss Scam sometimes, even though he was mostly pretty mean. But, having this curse, it's kind of like having him with me, just the Scam in my heart.
The scam was inside you all along.
Yeah, anyways, I'm glad that you're here on my face, and then I've got my cool dude boxers, and I'm actually gonna turn around and talk to the rest of the group now.
They will never understand you like I do.
Hey, guys.
Ron, you've been mentioning this Mr. Mustache guy, and are you talking to your mustache? Because I had never really been clear on that, and
Nothing.
You might be disassociated.
there's a certain level of what you do that I kind of just let slide so that I can get through my day. But this, but I wanted to throw a flag on the play here because, like, where did that thing even come from? I don't remember your mustache looking so big and bushy and a different color.
Well, as a man gets older and gets manlier, it just happens sometimes where okay, actually, guys, I have a confession to make. So this mustache...
No.
I mean, no, I don't.
Yes, perfect save. They don't suspect a thing.
It was the...
Darryl tries to listen. Can he hear? He's like getting really close to Ron's face, and he's trying to like listen to the mustache.
If you put your ear right up next to his mustache, you can roll a perception check.
Okay.
So when Ron like gently kisses your ear,
I got a 4.
So as your ear gets close, Ron, you hear the mustache go,
What's he doing? What's he doing?
and then once you get really close, you can feel one of the tendrils of the mustache just reach out and like slap you in the earlobe, just like trying to like bat you away a little bit.
Ow! What the hell, Ron?
Oh my God,
Ron, did you flick my ear, Ron?
He can't prove
Darryl,
it.
your ear is bleeding a little bit. What happened?
Okay.
Ron,
You bit him.
I bit you.
what?
I haven't been to
Ron,
a
that's
I haven't been to a
cool.
dentist since I've been here, and I was just trying out my bite.
All right, Ron.
Good save. I didn't think that was
Everybody-
a very good thought that I had, but I think you made it work.
It was a very good thought that you had, but I made it work.
You don't have to repeat everything I say.
I don't have to repeat everything that he says, so I'm
Then
going to
who
stop
says?
doing that.
Ron, do you have an egg in your hand? Have you eaten breakfast?
No, you're right. I'm probably, as the kids say, hangry. Right, Terry Jr.?
I slap an egg into his hand. I go, all right, well, there's an egg. No more biting. Can everybody get in the van? We're way behind time here. Again, people are trying to kill us. Could we go?
Yeah, let's go.
As he gets in the van, he hands Grant. He's like, hey, buddy, I don't need an egg, so if you want 2 eggs, and I hand him both the eggs. And I get in the van.
You put them into his hands, and then you watch as in like almost in slow motion, like they just slowly just sort of slip off the sides of his hands while he does nothing to save them. And then he just goes, thanks, Dad. And then walks toward the van.
But you don't want to eat?
Not hungry.
Oh,
All right.
poor Grant.
Okay.
I had a big lunch.
All right. Well, let's, I'll hop on in. Who's got shotgun?
Me, Lark and Sparrow say.
Anybody but Lark and Sparrow. Sorry, guys. You can't have
That's
two
unfair.
people. Can't have
Why
2
even
people
ask?
in the shotgun. I have the child safety lock on. They can't open the door.
Terry Jr., you want to sit up shotgun, buddy, and stretch out your big, long soccer legs?
I can. I mean, I don't. Does that work? Can you volunteer someone else for shotgun? I'll take shotgun.
Yeah.
All right, Terry, why don't you take shotgun? I open the door.
All right.
Hey, did Peyton get breakfast?
Peyton ate just the yellow part of the egg because I just want that pure protein. I just want it right to the vein. Just boom, just protein. I don't need any of that other stuff, that healthy nothing.
Yo, should we check in with Walter about Peyton? Do you know what I mean? It's just Peyton's been through a lot since we left Walter, and I just feel like Walter might be wondering where he is. I'm just putting that out there.
We could send like a message or something, I guess, like a letter.
I mean, like, our kids were missing for a long time, and we weren't that worried, so I'm sure Walter is fine.
Oh my God.
So we start driving the van out of town.
Yeah, you drive the van out of town and you see, a mile out of town, you see a little copse of trees if you want to stop and talk to Aaron.
Cops, where?
Right.
Guys, pull over. It's the cops.
I pull over and I turn off this child safety locks. And I say, all right, let's give Aaron a whole shout here. Henry, why don't you call her up?
So I step out of the car and I knock on a tree. And I go, Aaron, is this how this works? Aaron O'Neill, I'm looking for Aaron.
So just like last time, you see a bunch of leaves fall down and they take the 2-dimensional shape of Aaron O'Neill. And she goes,
Oh, hey, Henry. What's up? Oh, you're alive. Hey, you're alive.
Yeah, but, it was our dads. It was our dads that were the ones who were behind all of this.
Yeah, I know.
But, yeah, you do?
Yeah, remember I couldn't tell you because of the daddy magic.
I popped my head into the call. Hey, that's jacked up that you wouldn't tell us that.
I told you if you knew more about it, it would make them do more damage. The fact that you know who they are now means they have more power over you.
Why is that?
Because that's how daddy magic works. It's their authority and the real estate they take up in your brain that gives them their power.
Oh.
You hear that, kids? I like lean back and I look at all the kids in the back of the van.
Yeah.
So I gotta listen to Pops. We got the daddy magic.
Lark's like, I don't know if that's the moral I would take from that.
So, Aaron, we've got the kids. We're on the run from our dads. We're kind of wondering what's next. We know you know a dimensional witch. We're thinking maybe she can help us. We're just trying to get the H out of here. So, what do you recommend as far as a plan goes?
As you're saying that, as you say dimensional witch, you can see another group of leaves falls down. It takes the form of Vince. And he's like scratching.
And it's a perfect replica of him because
It's a perfect replica. As far as you can tell, it just is Vince.
It's actually a group of sticks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A group of sticks, and they're in the shape of Vince. And he goes,
Hey, babe, what's going on? What are they talking about?
So is this how you guys get it on? Because you're both two-dimensional like this?
Ron, you've met. You know I'm not two-dimensional.
No, I know.
We've met.
Well, yeah, anyways, I'm Ron Stampler of Hi,
Oh my
I'm
god.
Ron.
Oh my god. Did something happen to him, or is this just Ron? There's no spell. He didn't get
This
hit with
is kind
amnesia.
of just
This
his
might be a
thing.
post-coffee thing, actually.
Just to pivot back to like the original reason we called this meeting. How do we get out of here?
Well, as far as I know, the portal that you came in on, there's no reason it shouldn't work both ways, unless there's something wrong with the portal or somebody's enacting
It
something on it
goes
from
both
outside.
ways. Nice.
Very good, Ron.
You should just be able to get through. Now, the problem is, if you came in through this portal, and if your dad set up the portal, they know where the portal is, and they'll probably send out, like, ravens and stuff, maybe trying to hire people to protect it. So I think your big problem is how you're going to sneak through or drive through or whatever the heck. But I think it should just work.
I roll down the window and I lean out. Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Oh, hi, Darryl.
So, do you know where this portal is?
I mean, don't you know? It's where you came into this world.
Maybe Odyssey-san remembers, and we can ask Odyssey-san how to show us
yeah.
This is on where to go.
All right, so yeah, we'll just drive back. I mean, we came out just in like a middle of a forest.
Yeah, but like that doesn't make sense. You're telling me we can just go back to that place and then we can just go back? I mean, like when we first came out, it's not like we just could back up and go back into our world. It feels like there was nothing there. It felt like we just got transported.
Did you try?
Oh, shit, we didn't try.
No, we didn't have our kids.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been bad.
That would have been bad.
thing.
So, you
Yeah,
know,
we
I think
couldn't
I
have
don't
just
think we got to beat
left.
ourselves up over this. So, Aaron, wouldn't they just close it at this point? Why would it be open still?
Because once you open a portal, you can't close it unless you're physically there using the same amount of energy it took to open it in the first place. My suspicion is that without your kids, they don't have the power to close the portal.
Oh, sounds like a race to get there, by the way. Daryl's already like crossing off the itinerary. We're going to take some less bathroom breaks, guys. We got to get to this portal
Or
ASAP.
recess.
We'll do recess once we get to the portal.
Okay.
Yeah, does that sound good?
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
So you knew that they were our dads. I'm not quite sure how you knew that, but, you know, there's only 3 of the dads you might have noticed. Was there anything with my dad?
Wait, your dad's not one of the dads?
No, it's everybody else's dad, and I thought it was just because my dad was dead, but, you know, Glenn doesn't seem to think that his dad was alive either.
Yeah,
So-
no, they're dead in our world, but alive in this one.
Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be soul transference through a dimensional gateway.
Wait, what?
Soul transference through dimensional gateway. When they died in your world, their soul went through a rift in the dimensions and came up in here and then took corporeal form. You know, like normal dimensional stuff.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, why all 3 of our dads? How do they meet up? It's very confusing.
I mean, it could be that the most powerful one collected the other 2 or whatever was reaching out to them. Like, if somebody could get a good enough handhold in this world and use daddy magic to assemble people.
Maybe they were in a book club before they died, and so they found each other after here.
It could also be that.
And maybe their souls are held up by not knowing
Hey, Ron,
which
Ron, come
book
on.
they're...
This is Aaron. Don't say the B word around her.
Maybe they were in a wine and cheese club, and they're still searching for the perfect full-bodied Merlot, and our blood is that to them. And so we need to rush over there and try to block the portal before they can get more wine out of the Trader Joe's.
Yeah, the last part sounds good, Ron. We should get there as fast as we can.
Yeah, get there fast. You don't
okay.
have to look for a dimensional witch. Just leave.
Okay, well, thanks, Aaron. I think we've got a follow-up conversation with Odyssey-san to see if she can show us the way home.
Well, have a good one. Try your best not to die.
Yeah, this seems all easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Hey, Aaron,
Yeah.
thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's it. Okay, we're gonna walk away now because I don't know how to hang up the trees.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah. Ron.
Bye.
Goodbye, Ronald.
It's actually just Ron.
She disappears before she can hear that.
So I'm gonna go up to the Odyssey
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pop up in the gas tank and then sort of whisper seductively, Tsuita tokidoko de kuruma o tometake.
Can you say them a little bit more seductively? Because you promised us
you're right,
seductively.
you're right. Tsuita tokidoko de
Nice.
kuruma
Sound like Toshiro
otometake. Which is, hey, where did we park when we first came here?
By the way, as I'm still in the front seat, like I feel the Odyssey like shudder.
Oh, God.
Like as Glenn's talking to him, like,
Sumimasen?
I'm like, Glenn, what are you doing back there?
Just like asking a question. What?
Better put
Okay,
the
this
parking
is-
brake on because this baby's ready to roll.
The doors turn a little bit red.
Sister Senpai, no.
You hear, Anna, and then the GPS screen on the dashboard. She goes, Coco, and then you see it scanning around, and then she goes, Neat. And there's a little thumbtack icon that goes on where you first appeared in the Forgotten Realms, which is outside the small town of Phandalin.
Odyssey, son, did you download Forgotten Realms? Like, I looked, does it have like the names of the towns and stuff?
MapQuest.
Let me write.
Is there satellites in this world?
Or is it
GPS
just like, or is it
global
just like,
positioning system needs satellites. How is it getting GPS?
or is it just like a dot, you know, and a line going to it, or does it actually have like a map?
Except whatever that actually is in Japanese. That was me Googling, I made a map, Japanese. So apparently Odyssey-san has just been sort of cartographing as you've been lurping around the Forgotten Realms.
Oh, so it's like Skyrim and it's like literally just the map. We can only see the part of the map that we've traveled.
Exactly. Rest is fog of war.
Very cool. Arigato, Odyssey-san.
Oh.
Thanks, Beast. And I like slap the dashboard.
It turns even brighter red.
I whisper into the ear, Anata wa saiko desu, which is, you're the best.
She goes, arigato! And the fluid inside of the tank just all the way to the top.
Darryl is just very weirded out by all this.
She has just enough sentience for it to be okay and not quite enough for it
And
not
she's
be
got
weird.
some Dobon hunkeros.
Just didn't expect the car to be, it's just, all right. Just whatever you're doing back there, just look a little less of it. Glenn, if you don't mind. I'm just saying there's kids in this car. So, like, that's all.
I kind of get in close to Darryl. I say, listen, Darryl, this car's a treasure, and you better be keeping up on those oil changes and filter changes.
I lean in closer. I'm like, you think I've ever let this baby get fucking 500 miles within an oil change? Are you kidding me?
And I lean in closer. I say, you think that changing an oil every 500 miles is a proper fucking care schedule for a car?
I lean in closer and I say, you think I fucking Jiffy Loop this bad
You
boy?
are literally
don't
nose
think-
to nose.
You don't think I change this oil myself with premium oil I export from fucking Germany and I do this myself? You think I trust anybody else to oil change this car?
And I get even closer. I'm like, God,
Now you're
damn
lip to
it,
lip.
Darryl. Now his lips move along in synchronism with mine. It's like he's saying the same thing. He's
Yeah,
like,
our lips are
God
moving at the
damn it,
same speed.
Darryl, you of all people should know that a Japanese car should not be taking European oil. And on top of that, every 500 miles is way too fast of a schedule for a car because you should be at least 1,000 to 3,000 in order for the oil to get in on all the sides of things.
I lean in closer and now my tongue is in his mouth and I go, hey, Glenn, do you think you could tell me where you can get Japanese oil? I'm so embarrassed I've been using the wrong oil.
Yeah, just check the AutoZone. You got to just look it up and ask for Japanese specific fluids. That's all.
I appreciate that, Glenn.
Yeah, no worries, bud.
Everybody buckled up?
We got to move, right?
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
everybody's-
if
if
our
everybody's
dads
locked
are
in.
going to the same place and this is our exit ticket, they're probably going there just as fast. They might not even have slept. Like, we might be behind the 8 ball here, man. We got to move.
Yeah, I step on the accelerator and we drive as
Yeah,
fast
we gotta
as
go
is safe
fast.
in Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
What pace do we set if this is Oregon Trail?
Oh, grueling for sure.
Yeah, we're driving like 75 miles per hour.
75 miles an hour?
Oh my goodness.
Are they
That's
big paved roads?
insanely fast
No.
on dirt roads.
Okay, he's going like,
like rally
95
racing.
miles per hour. He's driving 45.
Give me and fuck it, I'm not gonna put you in danger. Give me a
You
flat
want me to
tire.
roll? You want me to roll?
No, because then what if you fail? I'm just gonna give you a flat tire. It's fucking boring. Like, it's fine. You initial D all the way back to the next plot point.
I rolled anyways, and it was a waste, but I got 19.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, then
know.
you get to describe how the ride back goes.
So no, I do go 75 miles per hour. I go 45, and then once everybody stops looking at how fast we're going, I'm like slowly accelerating faster and faster and faster. Like nobody notices how fast we're going.
Hey, Darryl, could you just like I know we're really trying to get out of here, but this feels really unsafe how fast we're going.
As Henry was talking, I turn up the Gladiator soundtrack and I just zone. And by the way, I am swerving around every pothole, every mystical animal, everything that there possibly is. I am just flying across this dirt road. And the shocks, like everybody's falling asleep because it's such a perfectly smooth ride.
So once you get back to Phandalin, are you going to maintain this pace? Like, are you just screaming all the way back? Like, you're not going to hit the brakes until you see the portal? Is that how this is?
If nothing else stops us, I think once we get to like the forest, what looks familiar, probably, I don't know, Henry, maybe you notice the rocks or whatever. I think we slow down and start looking for the portal.
I want to roll geology to see if I know the rocks.
Okay.
First episode callback.
I rolled a 15.
Yeah, you can recognize that these are the same rocks that you saw when you came in the first time. You still don't really know what they are.
Darryl, we passed that rock on the way in. I know because I remember it looked kind of cool.
I slowly stop. Like, nobody even notices we stopped. It's how smooth my braking is. So I bring the van to a stop.
Glenn's nap is totally undisturbed by this.
All right, everybody, wait for the car to come to a complete stop before. Oh, Darryl, you did stop. Nice job.
That's right. I wink in the rearview mirror. I go, that's right, baby.
Lark and
Smooth
Sparrow
stop.
both like, kiss, kiss, kiss.
What?
You already kissed the one of them, now do the other.
What? When did we kiss? I didn't kiss. No, that was called arguing. That's what me and Glenn were doing. We were
Passionate
arguing.
men arguing
When a
over
mommy and
cars.
daddy love each other very much, they argue.
Grant's like, I wanted to argue with the Yeet.
Aw.
Don't worry, Grant. You'll get your chance with Yeet one of these days, assuming we don't go through this portal right now, in which case you'll never see him again. I'm sorry about that.
He looks you dead in the eyes and he goes, thank you, Henry.
Yeah, it's okay. We can be on first name basis. That's fine.
Oh my God, yeah, it should be Mr. Oak.
Oh, shit.
Guys, no, Henry's not a fucking cop. He's not going to do that to this kid.
Hey, Grant, you should call him Mr. Oak, Grant. Come on.
No, that's okay, Darryl. I mean, the boys call me Henry all the time, so, that's okay. It's fine.
No, that's okay.
It's our
No, I
daddy
understand,
Henry.
but
We call him Riri
Yeah,
sometimes, like Rihanna.
I just prefer Grant calls adults by their last name, if that's all right.
Wait, so
Okay,
what should I
well-
be calling you guys then?
Mr. Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson, how big? Actually, just Mr. Anybody, how big is the rock that we just passed?
Actually, I don't know. I really recognize any of the rocks or minerals in this area, but I would say it's like a medium-sized boulder, something in the range of like a couple of Marshall amps stacked on top of each other. That metaphor is for my good friend Glenn.
Glenn kind of rouses a little bit. It's like, well, Marshalls sound like shit.
Well, maybe if we
back to
all
sleep.
got a rock, then we could just blend in with the scenery around and nobody would know that we were coming. If like people walk by and they're like, oh, there's a bunch of rocks, there's nothing weird about that. It's just rocks. And that rocks.
Well, that's a good point. So, Ron, I guess throw it out here to the group. Hey, Henry, you want to wake up Glenn there?
Hey, Glenn,
Oh, whoa, yeah.
put your shoes on, honey. We're back at the portal.
Oh. No.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. We're right there. So Ron brought up a good point, which is the question is, do we want to slow roll this the beast, through this forest and try to get to the portal, or should we get on foot and kind of sneak our way through?
I think we got to stay in the safety of this vehicle, man. That's like the one advantage we have in this place.
I could turn into like a little bird and go scout out for us and come back. That's one thing that we could do.
Oh.
Like I could get up real high and get a bird's eye view, which I guess that's not really a pun if you're a bird. That's just what the view is. But I could do that if you guys want.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Okay.
Fine.
All right.
Fine.
Now,
like a
last time I
drone.
turned into a lark, so this time I'm going to turn into a sparrow for you, Sparrow, and I throw Sparrow a little wink.
Oh, delightful. I love it. I love it.
Thanks, Sparrow. And so I clap my hands and I turn into a little bird.
Okay.
And I flutter out the window and I go sailing towards where I remember the portal being.
Where the portal once was, or at least where you came out, because the portal was invisible on the other end, you can see 10 tents all sort of in a circle around a big blank spot of the ground, sort of a little flat area of the plains. And you can see some figures moving around down there. Why don't you roll perception for me?
All right. I got a 14.
With a 14, you can tell that beneath you are orcs. There looks to be about 40 of them.
By nightfall, these hills will be swarming with orcs.
And they're sharpening swords, they're beating each other up. It seems like they've made camp. If you want to try to get closer, it'll increase the chance you get spotted, but it'll also allow you to, maybe listen in.
But does it matter if he gets spotted? He's literally a bird.
Yeah, but orcs like killing things.
I'm going to fly a little closer to see what I
Okay,
can see.
roll stealth.
I got a 12.
They're going to roll their perception Oh, no, they don't roll. They just have a passive perception of 10, which is not good enough to spot you. So, okay, so you get closer.
Nice.
You can hear 2 orcs. They're outside sharpening their axes, essentially. And one of them goes, all right, so that's the same voice as the previous guy.
British
so
orcs.
It needs to be deeper. They need.
Or they could just be some
How
all-American.
about some Brooklyn orcs?
I guess they
Oh
could.
yeah, do like jock. Do some jockey. Yeah.
The who are we looking for again?
Yes. A new voice
What
approaches.
was that?
That's the first orc, and the second orc goes, I think so. It's a big white like a horse, but with no legs that like rolls. So like a rolly, like a stump horse.
This is a good voice.
And then all we gotta do is like grab whoever is in the belly of the stump horse thing, and then give it to the guy who paid us. I think, as far as I could tell, I wasn't super listening, and the other guy's like, "Yeah, me neither." But like, we're clearly not going to actually like give them up, right? Like, we should just eat them. And the other guy's like, "Oh, absolutely." We'll say that they like died in the fight or whatever. we'll get to dine on flesh.
no.
Like my family always says, meat's back on the menu.
I love that was like a mix of jock and like a mix of like
Lumpy Space Princess.
It just turned into a Valley Girl kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Henry's going to flutter back to the group to report in.
what did your bird ass eyes see, Henry?
So guys, you guys saw Lord of the Rings, right?
Oh yeah, I love Lord
yeah.
of the
We've talked about it.
Rings.
It's such a good movie.
No.
You remember like not the goblins and not like the bigger goblins, but there were like the dorks, the
Urukai.
orcs. There was like the urukai, but then there was like the gorks.
Oh, the Ents. The Ents.
The Ents. It's full of Ents in there.
Wait, it's full of trees?
No, not the Ents. The
They
you know
have the big feet, right?
the
Orcs.
I don't think it was orcs. I think it was anyway. There's some guys over there, and they seem pretty stupid, but they are looking for us. So I think was
Are
maybe
you talking about the eagles, like the flying eagles? Did you see big
they're
flying
not
eagles?
eagles. They're people, but they're like green people. So anyway, they're all back there, and they're like looking for us because they're looking for a white horse, but it's clearly the van. So what I was thinking is maybe we could do a little subterfuge and pretend to be maybe like the relief patrol, you know?
Henry, you said they were looking for a white. What were they looking for exactly?
They said they were looking for a big, stumpy white horse with no legs, and they were supposed to take the people inside and bring them back to the people that hired them. But then they said, like, we're going to eat them instead. So,
I have an idea.
yes.
What if we found ourselves a big horse, cut the legs off the horse?
I don't want to do
I like the
that.
way this guy thinks.
We could maybe go to a butcher or like a horse farmer.
A horse farmer.
Yes, let us go to a horse butcher.
What if one of us dressed up like a horse and then,
Oh, but then they'd be grabbed, Ron.
yeah, but then they'd find out that there's nothing inside of us.
How many were there?
Yeah, I think there was like about 40 of them. There were quite a bit of guys in there.
But you never look a stump horse in the mouth. So
Yeah, see, Ron and me are on the same page here. Stump horse.
Again, it feels like we have this big metal van that, unless they got like spike strips, and even then this bad boy can run on flats for quite a while, like we can just drive through them. Like, did you see the portal, Henry?
No, see, that's the other weird thing. There's like no portal. They're all just sort of like around an empty area.
Oh, see, that's a problem. If there was a portal, I'd say we just drive this bad boy through.
Yeah, I would be kind of for that too, but I feel like if we just zoom through there, we might give away our position.
Could you just try flying into where the portal, like...
Well, I don't
could
want to
you-
do that because then maybe I won't come back.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
no,
that's,
true.
you know,
we can't
that's-
lose you. We can't lose you. That's true.
Glenn crosses his arms and goes, yet another good use for a drone.
Well, could we... Maybe you could throw one of your animals. Maybe you could guide a bird. You know, Henry, get back in bird form. Go ahead and Blue Angel style, like formation, multiple birds.
I don't have any birds. I just have bats.
Oh, bats. So, yeah, those bats.
So it's not going to work.
No, but we could... Now, I could take one of the frogs that Ron can make and fly over and sort of like throw it and see if it disappears.
Yeah,
All right, do you guys want to do that?
absolutely. That's a good first step, I think.
I think that's a good
We want the
first step.
intel.
So is there a way that we can mark the frog to know that it's our frog if it goes back into the real world and we find it again, maybe?
Sure, put one of your business cards in his
I
mouth.
will. Okay, so
Your razor sharp business cards?
yeah.
Maybe tape it to his back or something. Is there any tape in here?
I'll put it on his little feet flat so that he got the sticky feet things. All right, hat of vermin. 1 frog, please.
So the hat spoots out a frog with sticky feet.
Hi, frog. This is me. And then I hand him my business card. Just give me a call right there if you ever want to chat about business or other business. And then, yeah, we'll be in touch, buddy.
So I'm going to wild shape once again into a bird. This time I'm going to be a parrot in honor of my
Really,
pet parrot.
a parrot, a big colorful bird that...
No, that's true.
Just-
That's a good point. I'm going to be a
If Lark
different
saw you
kind of-
transform into the parrot too, he'd be like, my first kill.
Oh, my God.
No.
All right, Henry turns back into a sparrow, and he grabs the frog beneath his legs, and he flutters back out over to the Yorks.
Okay, so roll a strength.
Aren't sparrows kind of small, like to pick up a fucking frog?
I got a 4 minus 1. I got a 3.
As you're flying over the orc camp, the frog in your talon just goes like, beep, 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 and then falls out and just splorches on the ground and is very dead.
It's okay, Henry. I got 2 more. I can make 2 more.
Do the orcs notice?
Yeah, let me roll to see if the orcs notice.
A frog falling out of the sky.
With Ron's business card on it.
Okay, so they rolled a 3. So it happens and lands right next to the orcs, and they just go, what was... and they just do that thing where you're about to say something, you can't remember what it is, and the other person doesn't have the license to speak yet, so they just like, and it's like just going on forever with the guy sort of staring at him slack-jawed, and they do not notice.
All right, I'm going to circle back for another frog.
I'm actually going to keep the business cards this time. I don't want to run out in case we find any good networking opportunities. All right, hat of vermin, 1 more frog, please.
All right, so this time I'm going to grab the frog by its sticky legs, just so I have a little bit more
Nice.
grip on it.
So it's like upside down kind of now.
Yeah, it's like an upside-down frog.
Okay.
It's fun. The frog has fun doing it.
Yeah.
It's not stressed out
It
by
opens
what's
its
happening.
mouth, it's super happy, it's singing a whole new world in its mind when you're flying.
Oh, no, I'm sad.
Our whales in captivity live just as long as they do in the wild.
All right, so Henry flies back over to the portal, and he's going to try to throw this frog again.
Give me another strength roll.
All right, I got a 9. How big is this frog? Do I get a bonus for the sticky feet idea?
Yeah, fuck it, you get an advantage.
I roll again. I got a 9 again.
Okay, so once again, it falls down.
All right,
and...
Ron, it looks like
Well,
we're going to
wait,
need that
the orcs,
third
we
frog.
gotta see if the orcs notice. God damn it, they don't again. They're playing a good old game of punch each other on the head as hard as you can without knocking the other person out, and they're so busy doing that they once again roll a 4.
Oh my God. Golly gee creepers, Ron. I'm going to need that third frog.
Actually,
and
do you
this
want a
time,
bat this time, maybe? You know, something else that can fly and you can just kind of hang on to it?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. So
It's not a
I'm
bad
gonna,
idea.
This time I'm gonna. It's not a bat idea. That's very funny.
Daryl leans over to Glenn and be like, remember the first idea I had when I said we should have bats?
Yeah, I remember
Birds.
the bats.
I'm really glad I came up with this idea. Anyway, so head of vermin, I would like a bat, please.
Okay.
Hey, Ron, this counts as your recess, buddy.
No, because I'm not having that much fun.
So the hat poots out a bat.
I cast Speak with Animals on the bat.
Hello.
And I say, Hail and well met, Bat. I am Henry Oak, and I need your help with a very dangerous assignment. You're gonna help us figure out how to save our sons and even maybe save our world. You ready for that?
What's in it for Bateman the bat?
Bateman, we will tell stories of your bravery throughout the land, and you will be the most famous bat of them all. Even more famous than
Then
Bruce Wayne,
Bartok
the
from
Batman.
Anastasia.
Then Bartok from Anastasia.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
God, a fucking garbage roll. I got a 6.
So the bat goes, maybe if you can make it worth my while. And it rubs the tips of its wings together in the universal sign for like, Daddy could use some cheddar.
Okay.
Wait, Anthony, can I do the voice of the bat if I do my Bartok impression?
Please do.
Sorry, I gotta say a line from Anastasia to get in character first, or
Oh,
else
yeah,
I don't
the
remember.
calibration line.
Yeah. I give her a hiya and a hiya, and then I kick her, sir. What, you mean this reliquary? Oh, well, you're falling apart, sir. Okay, all right, so now I'm the bat.
Okay. Now you two just have a scene.
Well, what's in it for me?
Darryl, can we give the bat some gold, like
What?
maybe 10 or 20 gold?
I think bats want like insects. Just promise it insects. Say that the portal has a bunch of insects on the other side.
No,
There's
sir.
a whole bunch
I
of-
want some wealth for myself. I want to be rich to ascend to a higher level of batdom.
When we see you again, we will give you some gold. How about that?
Okay, I can work with that. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. Totally.
Bartok's going to want some upfront money if that's the case.
Actually, I've been informed that I would like some money up front. Anastasia's alive? Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay, so could I get 4 gold, please?
Darryl is eating a Cliff Bar, and then he takes the wrapper, which is metallic on the inside, and he folds it up into a bunch of little silver coins. Darryl holds these really shiny pieces of aluminum up to the bat and is just gesturing at it because obviously he can't speak.
Oh, that's very shiny, sir. Yes, yeah, I'll take whatever you want, sir. So what's the mission again?
Just follow me and do what I tell you when it's time to do the thing.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Really
I'll give
easy.
her yeah, and then and we'll kill Anastasia.
When the bat takes the silver, I look to the kids. I go, see, kids, this is why you just don't throw money away. You got to think with your head here. You got to keep your money so that you have it when it counts. Right, Henry?
Let's go, Mr. Bat.
Nick's feels like you're going to stiff that guy out of a good day's labor. Seems pretty fucking capitalist to me.
Hey, it's a bat, buddy. It's a bat.
He is going to disappear
Yeah,
in 1
I'm gonna
hour,
stop being
but
the bat
it doesn't
now.
change the ethics of what Darryl did. It's still deceit. It's fraud.
Okay, so what do you do?
I lead the bat across the battlefield, and we circle around once, and then I gesture to the center of the battlefield. And I say, you know what I need you to do is I need you to swoop down through these encampments straight across to the other side of this big old circle, okay?
All right. So he understands that instruction pretty clearly, and he zooms down, and I'm going to roll for him to see if he gets noticed or not. He does not get noticed, and
Yes.
with perfect silent bat wings, he just his wings go in, and he zooms down, and he gets to the center of the circle that the orcs are surrounding, and then he's gone. He just disappears.
Oh, shit.
He vanishes.
Holy shit. All right. I just fly back to the guys. I go, guys, it works. All we have to do is ram this thing and punch it straight through, and then we'll go home. We're almost home.
Fuck it, baby. Let's do it.
Buckle those seatbelts. Let's do
Let's
this.
do it.
All right.
Do we maybe want to affix a couple of big long logs to the front of the frickin' van, and then we could use it like a people plow?
I was going to say, if they are as dumb as you say they are, we could just cover it in mud because it won't be white anymore. They're looking for a white
let's
thing.
just cover this thing with mud. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
just
cover
make
it with
big-
mud and trees. Perfect, like bushes and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what we do, Anthony.
Roll nature, I guess.
All right, I'll roll nature. I've got a 3 for nature, so that might be... I rolled a 7. God, my rolls are just shit today.
Because the roll wasn't so good, it just means you're going to do a normal bluff roll as you go past them. If you had gotten a really good roll, you would get advantage on it because of how not like a van the van looks. But if you want to just drive in there, basically you're just going to get a bluff roll, and if they fall for it, then they will react one way, and if they don't fall for it, they will react another way.
Okay, so we're all buckled up. Everybody's buckled up?
Yeah,
Check. This might get rowdy, everybody.
Are you
All right,
stressed,
everybody.
Daryl?
I mean, yeah, I'm a little worried, but we're gonna make it through one way or the other, everybody. We got this. We're a team. We're gonna get through this.
My friend Bateman the Bat once said, "Stress is a killer, sir. My cousin, he killed over me mango, and he's a fruit bat. He should know."
Well, that's good, Ron. No, that helps out. Let's conquer the stress and let's get through this. So I guess I just drive. I drive pretty slowly. I kind of just do a really steady movement as if it's just an unintelligent beast just moving towards the center. And I roll up all the windows and I tell everybody to hide. Everybody keep their heads down because, again, they're looking for something with people in it. So let's just be a big, I guess, tree monster that's going to move through here.
All right, give me a bluff roll.
That's a 18.
Jesus.
Ooh!
And my deception is a -1, so 17.
Okay, so 17. So they'll roll now. Okay. So as the van lurches toward the front line of orcs, you can hear the same 2 orcs that Henry was spying on. One of them goes, hey, no. Look, what's that? What's that? And the other one turns around and goes, like a big ugly horse with no legs. And the other one goes, no, isn't that what we were supposed to get one of those? And the other one goes, you idiot. We're supposed to get a white one, and that one is clearly the color of mud. God, you're so dumb. And the other one goes, well, what should we do then? And she's like, I don't know, just let it go. Who cares? I'm not going to go fight a horse if I don't have to fight one. Have you even eaten horse? They taste disgusting. And so the van successfully rolls past the line of orcs So now basically you're in a big empty spot where there's like 300 feet between you and where you saw the bat disappear. You're going to keep rolling slowly. You're going to gun it. What are you going to do?
Hey guys, you ready to go through?
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Punch it.
I look at Grant and say, hey, Grant, buddy, whatever happens, I love you.
Uh-huh. I appreciate that.
All right.
Love you too. Great.
I go to Nick. I go, we're ready. Ready for the big ride, baby.
Face off.
Face off, baby.
Face off. They're just saying face off to every other person in the car.
Hold on to your butts, and then I drive into it. Through the center. I drive at 25 miles per hour, not too fast.
So as you drive forward, you can feel that tingly sensation that you first felt when you fell into the Forgotten Realms in the first place. You can see the world around the periphery of your eyes is beginning to get a little bit purple. But then for the first time, you feel something different. You feel like a tug on your back. Like there's a chain attached to you, and that chain is attached to a weight. And you feel it just in your back. Then you look around, you see these purple tendrils coming from outside of your backs. And you feel that as the van begins to approach the portal, which actually begins to open up and become this purple hole in reality as you get close to it, you feel those tendrils get tighter and tighter the closer and closer you get to the portal. It almost as if they're a leash that is beginning to run to the very limit of its length. And as the car continues going, you feel the tendrils on your back go taut. And suddenly you're not moving, but the van is.
Oh,
and
no.
the first thing that happens is who's sitting in the back?
Henry's sitting in the back with Lark and Sparrow.
Yeah.
So Henry, Lark, and Sparrow are like pulled backwards to like the back windshield, and they're like squished up against it, and they can feel themselves still getting pulled out the back window. And then
I fumble for the trunk door. So we're gonna get crushed, right?
yeah, totally. Okay, that's
Okay,
great.
I pop the trunk open.
Roll dexterity.
Oh my god, these rolls today. I got a 9.
Okay, so you fumble for the trunk, but you can't quite get it. And then the next thing happens is that Glenn and Nick and Peyton in the middle seat, they fall backwards and they slam into you guys in the back windshield.
Ow.
I start slamming on the brakes.
So you are going to have to roll a strength check with disadvantage and then a dexterity check with
shit.
disadvantage.
Okay, so strength check, I have +6, so disadvantage. The first one was a 14. Second one was an 18, so 14 plus 6, 20.
Okay, so now roll dexterity with a disadvantage.
Oh, that's not going to be as good. Okay, my rolls are a 2.
You don't need to roll it.
A 2 and a 20.
Oh no!
What a waste. And
Devastating.
dexterity is +1, so 3 dexterity.
So you slam your foot down so hard and so decisively, and it just hits the gas. And you start to fly backward as well, and next to you, Terry Jr. does as well.
I'm gonna try to roll down the window.
Give me a dexterity roll.
So this is going to be a 13 plus 2, 15.
Okay, so you managed to lower the window. What do you do now?
I think I'm just gonna start shoving people out the window if I can.
Okay, give me a strength check with a disadvantage.
Okay. I think I'm just trying to try to get Terry out first. So I got disadvantage. I got a 14 plus 1, so that's 15 was my worst roll.
So you managed to grab Terry Jr. and shove him out of the van, and he tumbles and hits the ground, and that's the very last thing you do before you feel your back go completely taut. You fall backward into the mass of people at the windshield, and I'm going to roll for the integrity of the windshield, which is very strong on a Honda Odyssey. And the windshield maintains its integrity, so all of you are being squished and sandwiched against the glass of this windshield.
So Glenn's gonna reach into his jacket and just pull out the gun and try and shoot out the windshield. And I go, ears, everyone, ears!
I'm more concerned about him accidentally shooting somebody.
Yeah, just in a tangle of people. Great.
But like it's a point blank because it's right against the glass, right? So it's just like pull it out and just touch it to the glass and pull the
So
trigger.
you have a choice when you put the gun to the glass. It is going to be near either Nick's head or Lark's head.
Oh, what the frick?
Well, but I'm telling them to plug their ears, though.
Yeah, okay, that'll work at
Yeah.
point blank range.
Probably next to Lark's head, to be honest.
Okay. Roll a ranged attack roll. I say the advantage and the disadvantage cancel each other out, so just give me a normal ranged attack roll.
11.
So you put the gun right next to Lark's head, and Lark goes, wait, what does ears mean? I have ears, yes. Open my ears, and you pull the trigger.
Wait,
Oh, God.
as he goes to fire, I take my hands off of my ears and I plug Lark's ears.
Oh shit, that's great. And so you fire the gun, and Henry, like, everything just goes into this high-pitched, like, whine. Like, whatever happens for the next 5 minutes, you just cannot hear.
Wait, but I do want to say, hold on. Among the many gross things about Henry is that he's never cleaned his ears out. So I
It
feel like
calcifies the ear gook.
Yes, there's a good head of earwax in there that maybe muffles some of the sound.
No.
Oh, that's great. And so the back glass shatters, and all of you come tumbling out of the backside of the van, and you all take a D6 of damage, including your kids. So you realize as you fall out of the car,
Oh, no.
this is going to be the last time you ever see the Honda Odyssey because its momentum carries it forward into the portal, and then it's gone.
Oh my god.
I drop to the floor like a platoon, and I raise my arms up, and I scream, "No!"
I'm so glad we gave Odyssey-san one last sexual thrill before she went.
Do we hear anything? What does Odyssey sound like? Can we hear it? Like, is it, you know,
the last thing you hear is Ganbate!
What did she say?
She said, do your best.
Well, that's not helpful.
Dungeons and Daddies is Anthony Burch as our DM, Matt Arnold as Darryl Wilson, Will Campos as Henry Oak, Beth May as Ron Stampler, and myself, Freddie Wong as Glenn Close. Our theme music by Maxton Waller. Thanks to Twitter users Tiefling Core and Stargate Heaven for some Japanese translation help this episode. Special thanks this week to Philip Bedingfield for submitting a name we used in this episode, one of the many perks of being a Patreon supporter, which you can do by heading over to patreon.com/dungeonsanddads. Another perk, the chance for shoutouts starting right now. This week, big ups to Joachim Norum, Jen Boland, Joseph Martino, Chris Jepa, Tyler Roback, David Lee Sung-wei, Mark Crump, Maggie Thornborough, David L., and Luke Javiana. Thank you all for supporting us on Patreon. You're the best. Another Patreon benefit for supporters at all tiers is access to ad-free versions of all of these episodes as well. You can find our website at dungeonsanddaddies.com. Our Twitter is Dungeons and Dads, bit.ly/DungeonDads for our Facebook group, and r/DungeonsandDaddies for the subreddit. Thanks for listening. The next episode's coming at you April 28th, so we will see you then.
There was a time when you could read between the lines. You know they never brought you down. Never brought you down.
Anthony, what are you doing?
Give me 2 seconds. Oh, sorry, that was me closing my laptop.
Every time you close your laptop, it becomes
down
a
my
zoom
crotch.
in on your crotch.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.